Greetings from the Black Serpent Clan and the Temple of the Abyss. This is Brother Necro Cannon. Just doing a brief video on intermediate shielding. So beforehand, in the previous video, I was talking about how you're able to create a shield over yourself so that way not only can you protect yourself from outside energy sources, but as well you can go ahead and find a way of harnessing your own energy inside of said energy field, which that's going to be basically speaking about in this intermediate class. So, as in the previous video, if you haven't checked that out, please go ahead and check out that video, which is called Basic Shielding. But to just quickly recap, what you're going to do is you're going to imagine a shield over you, such as it can be anything of your design because you're the creator of the shield, because you are the god of your own reality. Let's go ahead. I want to make sure that that's pointed out first and foremost. You are the god of your reality. So you creating this shield is going to create it within, your reality and within your 9-foot diameter bioelectric field that you have around you. Which it is noted, that the vital energy source does spread out 9 feet in diameter. That's why reason why up to that point and a little bit further, depending on your focus, training, and understanding about energy, to where somebody at that far of a distance can be so focused on you and projecting energy towards you to the point where you just happen to turn and look at that individual out of nowhere. Everybody's had that happen to them before. They just turn and they look at somebody. They probably don't think anything about it because they're caught up within their thoughts, and then they keep going, not understanding that that's actually an exchange of energy. And then look at the distance that you are from that person, which is usually 9 feet. So if you actually take both people and put them at the edge center, that's technically 18 feet away from an individual that you're able to beat them, because you have to look at the center point, and then from center point outside from that, it's 9 feet in diameter. But so when you're creating your shield, you imagine it to be anything you want. It could be as a golden egg, it could be as a coat, it could be as a suit of armor, it can be anything of what you think of. It could even be runes or glyphs circling around you, however that you want to envision it. But the thing is, you need to make sure that you have constant focus on that. You've constantly got to be thinking that at the back of your mind, and in the instant you should be able to bring up the formation, the thoughts, and the feeling of your shield around you, no matter what it is. Even if you want to change the shield at a different time to be something else, you're able to manipulate your own energy to what it is of what you want to do. And now, what we're also going to speak about is programming your shield. And what I mean by programming is you're going to program it to deflect outside energies that do not serve you any purpose, such as, those people that are always giving you negative energy, especially if you're like an empath and you're taking on everybody's energy. You can actually program your shield to state, I don't want to take this person's energy on. When this person gets around me, or when they project energy at me or towards me, or if they're within my energy field, their energy would be deflected back towards them, and I will not take that in. That's first step of programming, because now you're telling your energy field what it's going to do and giving it its purpose. Then the other thing is to make sure that you're rebounding your own energy that you're projecting outwards. You rebound it inside of that shield, so that way it rebuttals back upon you. So that way, you're amplifying your own self. And various times throughout the day, whenever you have a couple of moments, sort of like just remember, go over the image of it being over you. Just as an example for myself would be a suit of armor, because I like armor. I like medieval stuff. For those that are happen to understand or know about the Warhammer 40K universe, basically picture me in Space Marine armor. That's basically what I like having on. What I envision mine as being, multiple layers. Each layer has a certain filtration portion of it. Like first layer, is for negative energy. The second layer is, to deflect certain individuals' energy that I intercept or come across, and so on and so forth, until I have the layers of what I wanted to do on each layer. In the stacking of the multiple layers, that's actually going to be in an advanced video, and I'm actually going to be putting that video on my Patreon page that I'm coming up with, in which the Patreon page is going to be the Necro Canon, just like my page here at YouTube. And so I'll be giving out some content here, but the really in-depth content I'll be giving out on Patreon. And so that is to where I'm going to teach you how to stack. But for right now, what I want you to do is just focus on how you created your shield. I want you to feel it over you. Like, I want you to feel your energy bounce off that shield and bounce back to you. So that way, your body starts warming up all over, because that's where the heat is, the bioenergy that's emanating off of you. That's the reason why you want body heat, because of what's giving off that vital vibrational energy. So you want to feel that rise, and you want to feel it against your skin, and then you want to project it out towards your shield, and then you want to feel it bounce back. Now, if you've taken the time to look into Qigong or Tai Chi, those forms, so that way you can understand not only your chakra systems much better, you can understand the flow of energy inside of your body and outside of your body. That also teaches you how to manipulate your own energy as well, too, because then you're able to will it to go to certain spots to your body because you're familiar with that. So once you, in getting back, once you actually can feel your energy bouncing back and forth, you should be able to feel either a tingle, a warming sensation, little buzzing sensation, whatever feeling that you get specifically to you, because everybody's different. You're gonna feel that. Once you feel that, I want you to envision your shield much stronger. And what I mean by envision it much stronger is I want you to see it with crystal clear clarity. Like, see it all about you, even if it extends out to here, and in the format of being within a suit, or even if it's close to you, just right above your skin. I want you to see it as crystal clear as what you possibly can. So that way, and keep that thought with you. So that way, no matter what, whatever you're doing, whenever you actually need to call upon your shield, whenever you're out and about around people and everything else like that, the thought, image, and feeling will instantaneously kick in. It's going to take time for those to actually, get that down pat, but over time it will happen. Do not fret if you're having issues. If your first couple of times, you're projecting your shit out and it still seems like people are getting through, it's just, you just need a little bit more practice for yourself. Once you get that practice, once you get to understanding your own energy much better, then you can actually start manipulating other people's energies that's around you, that's doing some negative things or something else, but you can actually manipulate theirs. You can kind of curveball it if need to be, or if you choose to, you can accept it into your own field. So that way, later on down the line, you can add a filtration unit, so that way you're getting a little taste for it and everything else. So once you're able to see it as clear as day, and you can start moving around, like, the first step is, okay, I can sit here and I can see it, I can feel it, I know it's there, I have that concentration. Okay, your next step is to move with it, to work, to do something with that being there. So, like, even if you're in the middle, if you, as an example, this is for a certain individual as well too. Even if you're working at a hospital, you're around multiple people all day. It's constantly coming at you in multiple areas and everything else. That is a very profound and extreme test of your own abilities and capabilities of what you can master. You can do it, period. Only thing that you have to do is just remember, you are the center point. Your center point. So if everything's happening around you, in case your shield to be around you like this, you can bounce off energy at you at all points in time, especially because you're constantly around in that tornado of energy. You can feel when this person's coming by, you can feel when this person's coming by, because then that's also when your psionics starts kicking in, because you start becoming aware of, okay, I can feel this energy moving up, I can feel this energy moving up. And then you start, that's normally when you look to see exactly, okay, who is this right here, because I sense this person right here at this area. use your shield in the same essence. If this person's walking up you, like, I know that vibration, I know that feeling, or even the scent. Because sometimes, people do have a certain aroma of what they carry with them, in which you can attribute to, okay, I know this I know it's this person because this is the smell of what I'm getting, or even if, like some men, there's cologne that they're constantly wearing. So when you have that smell of cologne, oh, it reminds me of this person, or this person must be here because I can smell it, start using that to your advantage. And while you're actively working, whatever it is of what you're doing, just remember your shields there. So when people start walking in on you, or attempting to project that energy, when you see it, even if you see them talking to you, just picture the energy of what they're giving to you bouncing off that shield. Like, you can even see your energy flowing to the edge of the shield to reinforce it, so that way it's bouncing their energy right back to them. And then, even in the advanced stages, it could be to where if they walk into your shield range, you can project your energy over them and kind of whitewash their energy out. So that way they're sitting there like, okay, what's going on? There's a blank spot within your consciousness. Let me go ahead and fill this in. Here's the suggestion. This is really what you want to do. You're transferring your energy as well into the thought process. Boom, the tree has been planted. It starts to blossom, and then next thing you know, actions start going into accordance as such. So, but use your environment to your advantage. If you're outside, you see people, or there's things, or an area to where you don't feel comfortable in walking through, project that shield out. If there's people on the bus that you don't necessarily, if you happen to ride the bus, there's people on the bus that you don't, want to deal with, project your shield out around you, and just reinforce that. So whenever that's intercepted, you don't have to deal with that. And then you can also want to programming your shield to drain individuals in the process of it, not just whitewashing and then just leaving them like, what's going on, because they had a disruptive flow of their chakras, which that's in the advanced classes, but you'll be able to have it to where it'll, once they start throwing that energy towards you, you have that filtration built up over your shield. So it's like, oh, you want to do this? Okay. The more that you do that, the more that you're going to get drained, the more I'm going to get amped, because I know how you are. I know this, I know that. Use that information as well to a tactical advantage towards you too. So that way you can program your shield. I know this person does this. I know this person does this, and this is just for your enemies and stuff too. So don't, for the people that's, that you love, that you're next to, and everything else that you're actually doing, don't use that against them. Like, don't, because it could disrupt some things, and you don't want to disrupt that natural flow and love that you actually have to going. So don't use that against them. But like your enemies and stuff, yeah, just use it to completely dominate them, move them out the way. That coworker that's always doing this yip yap, always got something to say and everything else, train them. If they come up talking, and speech is energy, for them to project out, projecting the speech vibration projected towards you in a thought process as well, so that vibration's coming towards you. Use that to drain their ass. The more you open up your mouth, the more tired that you're going to get, because I'm going to feed off of that. And even over time, once you start getting it down, and they start, they're like, well, dang, okay, I'm through now. And then they'll start talking less and less. You're like, you ain't got nothing to say today. Like, I'm hungry. Like, I need for you to speak, in that essence. So, just really focus on your shielding. Make sure that you see the image in your mind as clear as day. See it over you. Like, even if you stretch your arm out like this, see it directly over you in your own mind's eye. Like, I'll say this, children have a very, very good example of to when they take on a role or something, and they're like, yeah, I'm dressed like this or I'm that, or even when they're actually wearing the garments as such, like even in a ritualistic fashion to enhance your shielding capabilities. If there is a wardrobe that you like to wear, like, a nightgown or something like that, you can put that nightgown on and charge it so that way it charges you up. You can even put the image of that nightgown over you, as your shield, because there are some individuals that do that. So put that as a shield over you. So when you actually have your nightgown on, it's already recharging your shield and how you feel. And then as well, at night when you're laying in the bed, lights off, see if there's like a slither of light. Take your arms out like this. And what you want to do is take your vision and drift. You want to look between your hands, but not really at your hands. You kind of want to be looking at the wall, and then just focus. And when you're focused out, you'll notice your energy. Sometimes it'll start being this little, little white wisps and everything else. You'll start seeing a little white wisp of smoke. Then once you get into more advanced, you'll actually start seeing your aura, and then you'll start seeing it when you command your energy, when it's moving up, to your hands, to your fingertips, moving all about your body. You're able to understand that. As well, if you haven't, please go and check out the occult anatomy of the human body. I should have did a video, and I made sure that I had put that on there. But look into the occult anatomy of the human body. I might need to do another video on that, so that way you can know the electrical, magnetic, electromagnetic, and neutral portions of the body. Thus, will let you know where you have the most flow of energy, throughout your body, so that way you're able to do what you need to do. As well, if you haven't already, look into your chakra points. Those little vortexes of power are going to be of utmost importance to you, so that way you'll know from what areas or what chakra point that you could possibly be lacking in, that could be loosening up areas in your shield, because a insufficient amount of energy going to a chakra point can reduce the flow of your shielding, can also reduce the flow of your health overall, and health is extremely important as well too. So you want to make sure that that you're at least stretching, walking, getting your exercise, and the like. If in As I did state before, Tai Chi and Qigong are of utmost importance. Just because you can literally take 5 or 10 minutes to do that. Not only does it work your body out, but you also feel the energy flowing through your body. Like, you feel vitalized afterwards. And then once you get that vitalization, that energy, you can go into more adept work in your occult workings of what you're attempting to do. So that's all I really wanted to state in regards to the being intermediate. It's the more focused on clarity and seeing your shield, as well as the portion of programming it as to what you want it to do, because you tell yourself what you're going to do constantly. Like, let me also make sure that I point that out in regards to programming the energy and programming yourself. You tell yourself constantly at a multitude of times a day what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. So you program your energy to intercept certain realities. You say yes to this reality, or you say no to that reality. Your energy is directed to the reality that you want to experience and deflected from the reality that you do not want to experience. So with that being said, the more that you focus on your shielding being a reality and within your thoughts, the more that it's going to be into your reality for yourself. So just make sure that you're not having doubt, so that way you are making sure that you can feel it, in your workings, like within no matter what of what you do. So just wanted to make sure that I did state that. Please, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. It really does help out the channel grow, so that way we can go ahead and help other like-minded individuals. If you haven't already, please check out my brother Ravana Noon, or as we like to call him, the Eternal Black Flame. You can find him on YouTube as well. Big shout out to my big brother Beniti, as well as Primordial Chaos. If you haven't followed them, please go check them out as well too. Extremely knowledgeable brothers. So thank you once again. Necro Cannon out from the Temple of the Abyss and the Black Serpent Clan.